So what to expect for this week market outlook? Are we still heading for another downfall, or will we see another relief rally, or should we expect the bottom to be in by this week? So a lot of uncertainty, and of course coming in from the tariffs as well. Okay, and of course later on we have the FOMC chairman 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗀 will be speaking later, most likely about 2 a.m. And how is the market is going to shape up later on. Okay, and of course heading for Q2. Okay, should we see another consolidation? Okay, should we see another decline for Q2? And then after that, most likely maybe might see a recovery from there. Okay, so again, Q2 I expect most likely to be bearish, to be stagnant. Okay, don't really expect much or explosion move for Q2 towards the upside, but mostly towards uncertainty. Okay, so a lot of bearish sentiment that's coming in, especially coming in from ALTS, right? So ALTS, you know that they are already in the bearish territory. Okay, a bear market for ALTS, but for BTC is still in the bull market, especially if you look on the bigger time frame, like the monthly time frame. Okay, so yeah, we can see, right? Most of the coins are actually down. Okay, even stocks as well is due to what? China cheap curbs, and of course the tariffs between US and China. Okay, ongoing retaliation still ongoing. So that's the thing. And of course, I think today's opening also most likely the stock will be continue to hit lower. Okay, we've seen the pre-market opening also for the Nasdaq, S&P 500. Of course, stocks like Nvidia, Tesla also at a low. Okay, went down again. Okay, so again, you can see the last 24 hours, right? We have traders also getting liquidated. Okay, so people like to trade. This is the consequences. So they could be short squeeze or long squeeze back then. So total liquidations, which sum up about 208.63 million. Okay, more than 136 million bullish bets was erased due to the pullback. Okay, so this is the thing about leverage. If you don't know how to trade, best to stay on the sidelines or to buy on spot. Okay, and then we have mantra as well, a lot of chaos in the market. Okay, and then a lot of people are speculating that the mantra team have dumped the token, or probably could cause another Terra Luna situation. Okay, so yeah, besides that, we have stocks as well went down. Okay, sell off from Nvidia due to what? Regulatory filing, government contacted last week. Okay, they need to sell license to sell H20 chips to China. Okay, so there are a lot of things that's going on, and I think we are still not out of the woods yet, coming in from the tariffs. Okay, so back and forth, especially US and China. So I think we have finally reached to an agreement where both parties have agreed or to slow down. Okay, and then because market wants clarity at the moment, there's a lot of uncertainty at the moment. Okay, so that's why we can see market is a bit volatile, especially for this month Q2. Okay, so nonetheless, we can see overall on crypto, if you look on the bigger time frame, and especially highlighting only on Bitcoin alone. Bitcoin alone, I believe there is a huge chance to at least hit another new all-time high. Okay, and then if you look at this chart here, M2 money supply, why M2 money supply is so important. So every time when M2 money supply rallying back up, most likely BTC also will continue to be ready as well. Okay, high expectation from this analyst that BTC most likely to rally to an all-time high in this Q2. Okay, so this will also imply in the rise of China US dollar, a fall in yields, a fall in gold, and a fall in dollar index. So once this thing fall, then most likely you might see Bitcoin will continue to rally. So now we have seen gold have reached a new all-time high. Okay, so how much is it now? 3,003 okay, per ounce. So once I think gold have already peaked or to consolidate or to have a pullback, then most likely Bitcoin will catch up from there. Okay, so this is the sentiment at the moment. So this is just short-term noise. So you gotta really stay in the game and try to survive. Okay, stay in the game and try to survive. That's the key thing here that you want to take note. Okay, then next. Okay, so what's really happening right now, especially coming in from exchange. So again, like I've already mentioned to you guys, okay, on and off, if you're trading on the exchange, make sure you not leave any asset into the exchange or the wallet. Because sometimes situation like this, okay, exchange can be able to halt withdrawal. Okay, whenever there's a situation like this, or whenever when the coin down about 90%, or whether it is another mantra situation. So crypto exchange can be able to shut down on withdrawal. So what happens is that in the last 24 to 48 hours, we have seen this panic happened, which is Amazon Web Services. It's a cloud storage service. Okay, something have went up completely down on the web services, I think for Binance and KuCoin. Okay, so that's why they're actually halting the withdrawals. But I think most likely they will resume. Okay, I think should be fine already. But again, let me tell you this, if you want to trade on the exchange, make sure to in and out. Okay, you don't want to leave any funds on the exchange because anything can happen. Okay, it could be another FTX situation again. So yeah, you don't want to take this kind of chance, right? You don't, even though self-custody as well, okay, no matter whether you're using Google 2FA or 2FA security, but if the exchange decided to halt your withdrawals, then it makes no use. Okay, so what happened is that largest crypto exchange by volume trading volume suspended withdrawal. Okay, caused system to go offline. All systems are starting to recover and resume. Okay, this is what's happening now. And then another major global exchange, which is KuCoin, also faced a similar thing. Okay, the company later confirmed full service restoration. Okay, all right. So yeah, these are all the risks that you're looking at if you are trading in the exchange, if you are leaving funds inside, especially huge sum, maybe 5 or 6 figure, I don't know. Right? If you feel that your exposure to crypto in the exchange is a lot, then maybe you might want to self-custody. Right? You can buy a ledger, you can buy a cold wallet, and then self-custody your own funds. Or if not, you can just open a wallet like MetaMask. Okay, fund it there, and then you can self-custody by your own. Okay, and then next we're going to see here. Okay, this is coming in from Solana ecosystem. Okay, so we have seen retail most likely starting to come back, starting to test the water again for meme coins. So as you know that Solana's volume is all depending on meme trading, or also known as the casino. Fast in, fast out, fast and furious type. Okay, so as you know that the trading volume starting to increase. Okay, probably maybe retail are starting to dip back. Okay, so starting to try out again. Okay, trying to gain some bullish momentum for the meme coins. So probably maybe you can see the price of memes, most of them are at 90 to 95% down, or probably you can say most of them are at the bottom. Okay, so the increase of network activity also has helping Solana to recover after a 12-month low. Okay, pump and dump schemes and tariff chaos rocked the meme coin sector. All right, so the whole thing about Solana is only about memes and retails and memes. Okay, people are here to gamble. People are here to make fast changing gains. Okay, one night. Okay, fly by night. Okay, so again, we're going to see because we have Solana ETF also that is coming up probably by this year. Okay, we don't know when are they going to do this because we have Solana, Ripple, and Cardano is on the line for ETF. So most likely, maybe Solana can be able to shine again. But if you look at the technical side as well, the technical side is actually bearish on the money time frame. Okay, so we're going to see how the market is going to play out. Okay, and then of course, if we look at the pump.fund, okay, pump.fund again is a major cause for retails to come back. Okay, with the kind of volume. Okay, anybody like you and me can able to start a new coin through pump.fund website. That's why people like it. That's why a lot of retails, a lot of traders, ordinary people, they come in, they create a token, and then they just pump and dump. So that's what they've been doing. That's what Solana is all about in the last quarter. And of course, last year as well. The whole year of 2024 is all about Solana and meme coins and pump.fund. And then finally, we see a blow off top or the peak for pump.fund. And then that's where price start to tank. Okay, so I've already told you guys that I've already transitioned Solana to BTC. All my allocation have been shifted to Bitcoin at the moment. So I don't hold any Solana. Okay, so overall on the money time frame is bearish. Okay, so that's why I decided to transition. Okay, so there are a lot of memes. Okay, but you have to be very careful. Okay, like Donald Trump also launched his own meme coin. I think that was early this year, not mistaken. Early this year or December. A lot of people say that this is already at the peak of a bull run or peak of the whatever altcoin season. In fact, it went down, and now we are stuck to where we are now. So yeah, there are a lot of memes as well, like FUD also on the rise. Okay, we have like Top Cat, Dog with Hat. So all these are well-known memes. So you gotta be very careful if you're planning to buy. Okay, all right. Okay, then moving on next. Okay, we have this crypto on-chain analysis coming in from CryptoCon. So what's really happening now? Where are we right now? Okay, so if you look at this historical volatility, okay, so we can see this chart here. So how many times we have been retesting on this low volatility here? So I have one on July last year, okay, July, and then in between July, okay, right, 2023, 2024 July, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times we have been testing on this low volatility. So every time when we retest all this low volatility, there could be a high chance of a break towards the upside or a reversal. So if we look here, historical volatility has dropped to extreme lows for the 4th time. So every time this has ever been, we've seen bullish. So most likely, probably, maybe the market, there could be a reversal, or probably there could be 2 options here, okay, for this bull run to take place. Okay, moves to this low of volatility have only been seen before the bull run parabola. And then second, there have been no moves even coming close to the cycle top volatility. Okay, so yeah, what we can see right now, weak hands, okay, are getting completely demolished. Probably weak hands are actually selling. I'm talking only about Bitcoin, not about other coins. So talking about BTC alone. But now is the time to decide which side of history you'll be on. So again, I think history tends to repeat again. Okay, it may not rhyme, but somehow it tends to repeat. Okay, so yeah, again, we are saying something similar. But again, do you have the patience? Are you able to dollar cost average? Okay, and of course, are you still sitting on the sidelines or to wait something to happen? Okay, so yeah, these are all the decisions that you need to take note. Okay, these are the things that you need to take note. All right, and then moving on next. Okay, now what's happening? What's happening now with Mantra? So much hype, so much bullish sentiment. Okay, they've been one of the top best performing RWA coin. Okay, they've been maintaining very well at 6 to 650 range, and then suddenly on Monday we have seen a huge dump, about 80 to 90% dump in 1 hour candle alone, which is really quite unusual. So if you were to compare to Terra Luna case, the dumping has been very drastic. So this could be another similar case as well. So as you know, at Mantra, they're focusing more on RWA. And what really happening is quite shocking. Okay, so like even like Young asked me whether to buy this coin. Okay, already at a low, below $1. Should we buy? That's the thing. So again, you gotta take note. What is your moment of decision? What is your reason of buying? Just because it's low. So you have to look into dive in deep. What is the root cause of this dump? Okay, so we can see that a lot of manipulation is happening insider. Okay, recent sell-off of home tokens, yet we suspect them of engaging in a market manipulative collusion. This is also involved with Binance and other exchanges. And of course, those traders who are shorting the market as well, or probably liquidation. Okay, so we can see there are a lot of things going on. Meltdown resulted from the defection of a pollution, right? With an insider group controlling 90% of the token supply, which is very bad. Okay, so again, like I said, the airdrop given, okay, they given us the airdrop after the task. They've been delaying and delaying. Okay, that is also another red flag. And then they only release about 10%. The remaining 90% will be locked until September. Okay, so people like me who got the airdrop, I gotten 10%. So what I did, instead of holding, I sold at 6.15 because I know I still have another 90%. So these are all the moment of decision. What do you have to do? What are you the type that collect airdrop and then you just leave it behind, or you just leave it passively, or you probably stick, right? So yeah, these are the things that you really have to be aware. You cannot be complacent, especially when you're holding this type of tokens. Okay, especially with the portfolio as well. You have to really run through and see which coins have already down 90 to 95%. Are you able to de-risk? Are you going to continue to hold? So these are the things that is going to play out. So Mantra is one of the best examples that you can able to learn from, even though you are not involved in this, or you have not gotten an airdrop, or you have not bought Mantra. But this is one way you can able to look at. Okay, so many things going on. Okay, insiders, founders involved, foundation has been selling, and then they have been minting unlimited supply for Mantra tokens. Okay, so there are a lot of speculation going on. Okay, we don't know who's right, who's wrong here. Okay, but again, I think there are a lot of involved party, especially traders, the insider traders. They have been taking advantage of this situation. So again, you have to be very careful. Okay, there are a lot of cases like this will be coming along the way. So mantra is one of them. So hopefully we will not see something like this again. That's the thing. It's quite drastic, okay, if you ask me. Right, so again, if you have any Q&A, feel free to put in the chat box. I will answer it towards the technical side. And then moving on next, okay, we have seen Bitcoin have outperformed the S&P 500, okay, or the stock market. So if you compare versus gold and S&P 500, we can see the first year itself, Bitcoin beat about 27%, okay, and then fast forward all the way to 14 years till now, totaling up to 7.2 million%, compared to S&P 500, which is only about 306%, 3x your return for over 14 years since Bitcoin existed. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, continue to dollar cost average, continue to accumulate Satoshi, right? Continue to accumulate Bitcoin, because this is what you want. Okay, so ALTS are secondary, Bitcoin is primary. Okay, so yeah, this is the results. And then moving on next with Airdrop. So for those of you who are doing Airdrop, you're going to pay attention here. Okay, so Wallet Connect. So for those of you who are doing Wallet Connect, you might want to check. They've already gone live. Current trading price at 34 cents. Okay, so if you've been doing Wallet Connect, then you might want to check it. Okay, so yeah, this is the first one. Then next, coming in from Gradient Network. So who's doing Gradient Network? This is a passive airdrop. So where is called an SPIL. So I've been doing an SPIL. Okay, so yeah, if you've been doing this, so you might want to check your season 1. Okay, right? Season 0 have already concluded. So you might want to check your points. Okay, so no action needed. Okay, so what you need to do is just download the extension and you can just run it passively. And then you can be able to collect points and eventually they will airdrop. All right, so these are the things, okay, for Gradient Network. And then next, okay, coming in from kernel. So if you are staking, liquid restaking for 𝗀𝗺𝗀, okay, so I'm not sure whether SPIL you did this or not. Okay, so you might want to check this kernel.dao.com, okay, /claim airdrop. So you might want to claim this if you have been restaking besides 𝗧𝗺𝗺. Okay, all right, so yeah, for those of you who did, then you want to claim for kernel. Okay, not much, but again, it's quite disappointing for liquid restaking. So anything to do with liquid restaking, okay, we have seen a past. Okay, besides 𝗧𝗺𝗺 is exceptional, like Sanctum, Parcel, Camino, okay, and then right now with this, you're going to prepare for disappointment, especially coming in from liquid restaking type of airdrop. Because anything to do with passive, okay, you don't expect high expectation on a life-changing wealth. So that's the thing that I'm going to share with you based on experience. And then moving on next, okay, so for those of you guys who did Hyperlane, I'm sure SP also did. So you want to check this pre-market. So currently pre-market is at 5 cent trading. So I think most likely they're going to airdrop somewhere around this coming Sunday or probably next week, that week. I'm going to check. So high expectation for Hyperlane to at least start from base case about 80 cents or $1 right up to 1.5. Okay, so for those of you who have been doing Hyperlane, swap, bridge from one network to another network. Okay, so this is the time to actually look forward for this event. Okay, high anticipation for a minimum $1 base case. I think 50 cents is too low. Okay, with the kind of valuation at the moment. Okay, so maybe base case 80 cents to 1, and then maybe you might see 1.5. That's my expectation here. Okay, so yeah, you want to see the pre-market, you can have a look. And then, of course, moving on next. So next airdrop, okay, for those of you who are new, maybe you want to start, maybe like Young, you can add this as well, SPIL. Okay, so for those of you who are new, this is called RecallNet. So it's another testnet with a 30 million funding by VC. Okay, this is funded by who? Multicoin, Coinbase, and Animoca brands. Very, very big company. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to go to this website, connect.wallet. Okay, I'm not sure whether it's working at the moment. Yeah, you can move later. Okay, later I will send the details. So what you need to do, you need to go to Galaxy. You're going to complete the task first. Okay, So maybe Young and Aspil can complete this first. There's a task here that you need to do. You got to follow, recall, you got to, yeah, just social tasks at the moment. Okay, so this is the thing that you want to do at the moment. Okay, so this send here for 𝗀𝘁. So you can start homework later. Okay, for recall, 30 million funding. Okay, and then they have 𝗬𝗎 as well. But I think 𝗬𝗎 is currently down a bit. Okay, and then we have portal. Okay, portal.recall.network/account. You got to buy credits. How to buy credits? You got to get 𝗧𝗺 first. So this is your 𝗧𝗺. Okay, this is your 𝗧𝗺. So you might want to get the 𝗧𝗺 first. Okay. All right. Get your 𝗧𝗺, claim 𝗧𝗺. This is the one. Enter your address. Then just request recall. That's it. And then from here, connect wallet and then buy credits. So you can just buy, you can just set, okay, maybe like 100 or 50 if you want, and submit. This is the gas fee here. Okay, submit, and then you're good to go. Okay, yeah. So that's how it is. Once you're done, you'll show here 100 credits, and then that's it. And it's a balance. So by default, they'll give you about 5 recall token for you to transact. Okay, so that's what you need to do. Okay, at the moment. Okay, 𝗀𝘁 task. Okay, and then buy credits. Okay, so that is the thing here. Okay, huge funding, 30 million. I believe you guys should do. Okay, worth your time to do. Right, so yeah. And then moving on next. Right, coin market cap. So we can see what's happening now. Okay, market cap at 2.64 trillion. BTC is at 84.3. Okay, again, Ethereum again is quite disappointing. Down about 1.6, 1579 at the moment. So any gainers for today? We have Core, we have Radium is up 10%. Look at Curve, this is an old coin, more to DeFi, up about 34%. It's huge. Then look at Mantra, 87% down. Okay, now it's at 80 cents at the moment. Okay, Bitcoin, 59%. Okay, so yeah, all in all, I think it's just short-term recovery. Okay, short-term recovery. Okay, then moving on next with the technical side. So technical side on dominance. So dominance, as you know, you can see if the dominance continue to rise up, that's where it's going to be a concern for ALTS. Okay, so next level will be 71%. Okay, 64% currently, and it's trending higher. So if this trend continues to go up, then ALTS will definitely peak. Okay, it is going to continue to rally again. So daily, this is the resistance and the support, 63.82. Look at H4 as well. Trending have already broke past the resistance, now it's breaking up again. So high expectation most likely will be 71% for the dominance. So most likely ALTS will definitely take a breather again. Okay. All right. So if we look on next to BTC, where's BTC at 84.2? Okay. So we have monthly here, you can see what's happening now. We have higher high, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows as well. See here? You see the similarity here. Okay, this is the base. Now it's trying to maintain this level of support. Okay, for now. Right? So monthly is still uptrend. Okay, but for ALTS has been down more than 90%. Okay, so that's the difference. So next level you want to look at is here, 93.1 for the next resistance for monthly. Then we look at weekly now. So weekly again is still downtrend. Price break below the middle band, go back to retest on the sell zone, and then now it's facing some rejection here on the sell setup, and it's still down here, still consolidating. So should we see something like this consolidate for many months before we ready again? That could be the scenario. So Q2 most likely to consolidate. I wouldn't expect a V-shaped recovery because the Federal Reserve had no intention to cut interest rate at all. So most likely it will continue maybe to consolidate like this. Very, very similar like last year. Consolidate, went all the way to March top. Consolidate till when here? September to October. Then only finally break up. See how many months of consolidation from March to October? Seven months, isn't it? So now we already break down March. Break down of March. Okay. And then how many months more? Now just 1 month only. So we're not sure whether can it able to repeat or not. Another 7 months, or maybe we might probably consolidate for the whole Q2 before we see another movement again. That could be another scenario. Daily, okay, as of now, we can see is maintaining above the middle band, which is very good. So as of now, still consolidating. It needs to break past the sell zone here or the top, which is 87.1. Okay, 87.1. So on H4, what happened? Price break below the middle band, go back for the re-entry sell. So for now, H4, it needs to maintain above the middle band at 84.4. If not, then you might see another drop again. So another drop will be 82.6. So 82.6 level will be here. That will be the next level of support. Then if you look at ETH, see ETH has been quite poor. Okay, again, you can see if you compare to BTC on the monthly alone, we look at Ethereum, you can see this is a double top. M pattern, this is a double top here. Okay, fully top out, breakdown, you know it is already bearish. Monthly is already bearish. Okay, so we have also seen this level, this critical support broke, then came back all the way down here, somewhere this level, right? Right, around this lows, 1432. So the next support will be around here, 1071. Okay, and then your next resistance you're going to look at is where? Here, 1936. So again, monthly is bearish. Look at weekly now, we can see there's a bullish doji here or a reversal pattern. So maybe this doji, there could be a chance maybe to retest back on this sell zone here. 189 for Ethereum. So as for now, it's still consolidating, it's still downtrend. So if you look on to daily, what's daily doing? Momentum sell, go back for the pre-sell. So far, it's still downtrend. Okay, so far it's still bearish at the moment. Look at H4, momentum sell, pullback again is still retesting on this sell zone. 1596. It needs to retest. So again, Ethereum has been performed quite poorly. So I'm not really sure how is Ethereum going to perform for this whole year. Okay, because I think if you look at it against Bitcoin, it is still down all the way. There's no sign of recovery as well. So it is really underperforming against Bitcoin. And this will be the next critical support, will be 0.01804. This will be the final critical support. If not, then most likely it might break even lower. Or another free fall again. Okay, it will be here. So it will be here. 0.00902. One of the worst performing against Bitcoin. Not Ethereum. All right, so let's move on next with the Q&A. Okay, so may I ask what's possibly going to happen when all the Bitcoins are being mined? Right, so we have total supply of 21 million. Okay, so yeah, what's going to happen is basically that it's going to become more scarce. Okay, that is the reason why you can see MicroStrategy or big hedge funds like BlackRock has been accumulated massively because they can see what is really happening with the financial system. The whole financial system has been rigged. So Bitcoin is the only way out at the moment. Okay, even Michael Saylor have also issued out their own shares to repurchase more Bitcoin, willing to sell their shares off in order to buy more Bitcoin because you can see the whole financial system is about to collapse. Okay, right. So again, if the whole thing is being mined, right, of course the Bitcoin price will definitely go up. Supply shock will definitely happen, and of course, most likely it could be also one of the most valuable assets. Okay, in the long run. So these are the things that you should be expecting once the Bitcoin is mined. Okay, right. But again, to take the whole thing to mine is going to take how many years? I think it's going to take another 100 years to completely mine the 21 Bitcoin. So yeah, as of now, if you are new to crypto, this is the best thing to actually start your journey with Bitcoin first. Okay, getting to understand what is blockchain all about. Okay, understand what's the use case of public ledger. Okay, how does Bitcoin works? Okay, if you are really new or if you are a newbie or if you have zero knowledge, then it's the best time to start off. Okay, maybe accumulate some Bitcoin. Okay, for your journey. Okay, because everyone has to start from somewhere. All right, so that's all I can say for now, right? For Sophia. Okay, and then what? Can we check mantra coin? So Om. So this is the one. So the mantra, look at that. So another thing also you can take note, especially for newbies, right? So this is a thing you want to be careful about scams and of course rug pull. Okay, so it dumped about how many percent here? 95%. Right? Insider dumping, 91% at the moment. Nice at 80 cents. So Young asking me whether to buy a mantra, right? It's down. So a lot of people say, yeah, you want to buy when there's fear in the market, right? When there's blood in the street, that's where you want to buy. But again, you got to ask yourself, are you buying based on that sentiment, or have you really checked or not? Are you really buying? Have you really checked that what is really going behind the scene? That is the most important thing. So you don't want to buy something that, when someone is being manipulated on the current situation, and then you buy based on that. So this is the thing that you have to be very careful. So yeah, again, my advice is to probably let it cool off first. Let the CEO come out with the official statement, whether because they said they're going to buy back tokens. Until now, they have not buy back yet, but we do not know when they're going to buy back. So according to the CEO, 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝘀, he said he's going to do it as soon as possible. And then he also shift the blame to insider trading, and of course, blaming Binance, okay, due to this as well. So probably a lot of people are being involved here for Mantra. So again, you can see now Mantra is most likely to consolidate somewhere around this range, 80 cents, so 60 cents all the way to 1.14. This will be the resistance zone. Okay, so if you look at weekly now, so weekly now is trying to create this level of support. So last week itself, 1 week, this week now just started to form. So we're gonna see whether or not can this sideways movement can maintain, or if not, we plunge lower. Okay, not most likely investors have given up, because this actually could be another dead cat bounce, the dump, pull back, momentum sell. So maybe short term, pull back, and then you might see another dump again. So there could be one scenario for Mantra here. So my advice is to stay put first. For a whole H4 also, you can see it is still consolidating, still downtrend. No much movement yet. So let's wait for this week. Let's wait until next week as well and see what is the situation behind before we have any clarity to buy, to even go in. Yay, Sophia, what's happening? I'm having issues with Binance app too. It's hard to withdraw my money because it's only provide C2C. C2C, you mean P2P, is it? Is there any other crypto apps that can take money with bank card? So Binance offer you P2P. Okay, you can able to go to this site. Okay, let me share here. If you want, okay, C2C, what is C2C? You mean customer or peer-to-peer or whichever, yeah. So it's called P2P actually. So you go here, all right. And then you want to, yeah, you gotta change the currency to PGK, not mistaken. So Young, have you still transact on Binance or not? Have you doing P2P here? Is it still working? Haven't. Only on Huobi, isn't it? So yeah, you can change it to PGK, right? And then you can able to choose which seller or which buyer that you want to go to, right? You want to sell your USDT, you can sell, click sell. Because you can see here, many here, 4.56, 4.47. So you can click, and then you can look at the limit. These are the limits here. So yeah, you have to check. Okay, these are rates. This is the review. Sell, example, you can see here. Okay, so this is the phone number. Okay, so mostly are Malaysian. So yeah, just need to go to P2P, change it to PGK, and then you're good to go. All right, so hopefully this thing clears, and then you're just going to be careful when you're trading with these people. PGK is MYR, because I think the Security Commission have already banned RM or MYR. So in order for them to continue, they have to change the currency from MYR to PGK. So that's the reason why some of you cannot view or cannot trade. Okay, so yeah, you can see here. So the rates are probably much closer to the market rate. Okay, so you gotta see the limit. This may be about 3,000 ringgit, or maybe, I don't know whether it's 3 million or 3,000 ringgit here, because they're using another one. So you can able to check each seller, okay, and then you can able to, you can see here, Maybank, big pay, bank transfer. Okay, so yeah, you're using Malaysian bank account. So you can able to sell based on your limit. Okay. Yeah, so that's how it works. Okay. So Binance is one. China bank account. So for that, I think maybe you have to use maybe China P2P. So maybe you can go here, see, I'm not sure what is the currency, yuan, China yuan, is it? I don't know whether they have here. Is it yuan? I don't know what is the ticker sign for China yuan here. Unless you go to 𝗶𝗺, maybe got 𝗶𝗺, I think you have. Right. So probably 𝗶𝗺 maybe have. Then maybe you might want to check it out. CNY. They do have here. Yeah, so yeah, you got Alipay, WeChat, everything is all there on Binance. Again, WeChat, I think these are all the familiar payment. Yeah, so yeah, you can just use this. All right, so I think that's all I have for tonight.